Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We are finally here. And ladies and gentlemen, it has been 2 weeks since you have seen our pudgy, beautiful faces and heard our svelte, screechy, beautiful, smooth voices. Hello, everybody. This is episode 85 of Talking Shop with the Boss in the Box. And we have a special guest with us. Oh, and by the way, Lunchbox, how are you feeling after last week?
Well, you know what, Brandon? First of all, welcome to episode, if you're listening on audio format, you cannot see my quotation marks, episode 85 of Talking Shop with the Boss in the Box. We were supposed to have episode 85 live from my house last week, but Brandon decided to get a weak immune system all of a sudden and not be able to make it for the power hour. So rather than broadcast live for you guys, I just got super drunk with Roy Stanley, Thomas, and Tristan, better known as Lenny and Lenny. And my beautiful wife. And Trish counted shots while we drank ourselves into oblivion. So, to be honest with you, I'm feeling pretty fucking fantastic, Brandon.
Well, hell yeah. Okay, I had to miss a week. I mean, I'm only human, so, I didn't want to do that thing where I showed up and got everybody else sick. To answer everybody's question, no, I did not get COVID, and no, I was not that contagious. I had a sinus infection.
You know what? I'm with Joe. He feared the beer. Brandon had been telling me how scared he was since I made him set a date. This is like the reluctant groom. Brandon did not want to go through with the marriage, so he got cold feet and left me at the fucking altar, guys. That's what Brandon did to me last week. He left me at the altar, but it's okay. I made sweet beer marriage with Roy, and we were the only two to make it through the power hour. Just an FYI, Thomas threw up. Tristan made it all the way to The Meaning of Life, episode 42, and decided to call it. And Roy and I sat and made it to 60 shots of beer. However, I have thrown the gauntlet down, and Brandon will show up for episode 100. Hopefully, that will be in 15 weeks. It should only be in 14, but once again, Brandon bitch out, so we're only doing episode 85 tonight.
Unless I am physically handicapped, I will be there.
You better be here physically handicapped or not.
All right, so besides the point, we're back. We're better than ever. But you know what? Before we get to our guest, we have a shout-out we have to do. Okay? And it's not your usual Jordan Harrison, blah, blah, blah.
By the way, Jordan Harrison, thank you for being here.
Oh, yeah. Shout-out, Jordan. Hi, Jordan Harrison. But no, so our special friend, our other special friend, our number 2 viewer of every week, Miss Joanne, has donated $20 to the Talking Shop with the Boss and the Box Venmo donation. So
Mike, you've been knocked down. You're number 3 now. You're number 3.
Brother.
Brother. So, like Brandon said, we've got a very special guest this week. We have one of the members of Phaneron, the only member of A.Moortal.
He is from...
Dad started Strychnine.
Oh, yes, that's right. And he is all the way up in butt-fuck beautiful Clear Lake. Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Moore. What's up, man?
Better than Aaron Less.
It's one hell of an introduction. How's it going, guys?
Good evening, man. Thank you for taking your time to come hang out with us on a Friday night.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah, man. So, what have you been doing? I mean, obviously, it looks like you're doing some big things over there, man. You got a brand new music video, which we'll get to. We'll get to that in a little bit.
All right.
Now I gotta ask you the realistic question: what is there to do in Clear Lake, California, other than go and swim in the lake?
Well, first of all, don't swim in the lake. It's toxic. That shit.
It's not very clear.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's not clear at all. There's not much, man. pretty much everyone out here either did drugs or got into music. Number 2 over
Some
here.
of us did both.
Oh, you just described Modesto.
Yeah, small town life, man. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
Granted, Modesto's big compared to here, so.
Yeah. That's big city living. Actually, Modesto's pretty big compared to Oakley, Brandon. Fuck you.
We don't have a scene in Oakley other than a couple mariachi bands and Suburban Paranoia playing out of my garage. So
Suburban Paranoia is not even from Oakley. Fuck off.
that's me. Everyone else is from Pittsburgh, California. So like, you know, in a town so small, like, how did you gather band members? So you're also in Phaneron. That's the right way to pronounce that, right?
Yes, Phaneron.
Okay. So how do you find band members who are into playing? Because you guys play a style of like metalcore, a little bit of deathcore. Like, how did you find members that were into that in that small town?
Luck, mostly. It's weird. Like, back when I was in high school, God, forever ago now, we had a crazy scene here in our little town. There was like 10 bands that were all high school kids. Most of them grew up and moved away, but a few of us are still here, and that's pretty much who I'm playing with. But yeah, that's like our vocalist Jeremy. He's been in bands around the county for like 15 years now. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's it. Luck, really, just luck.
So like, okay, and you know, having luck, I guess it comes down to like getting the pick of the litter, right? So, do you remember the conversation you and I had the last time I saw you at Toots Tavern?
Refresh my memory. We had a few that night.
Okay, so
nobody ever remembers what you talk about at Toots. Toots is like the Vegas of the fucking Bay Area. Like, to those of you who have never been to Toots, like, it's in Crockett, which I expected to be up in like the High Sierras or some shit. No, it's in the quote unquote Bay Area. So you go until all of a sudden the Bay Area turns into wilderness. And then you exit off the freeway, you make a left, and you go down this hill, and then you turn right, and next thing you know, you're in this little mining town. And all the streets are old Western, wooden sideboards, all that shit. And then you go into Toots, which has better lighting than 90% of the major venues in Northern California. Better sound than 50% of the venues in Northern California. And not only do they always pay you, they feed you.
Yes, they do.
It's true.
And it's good food.
Yeah.
The first time I went there, I kind of thought that whole area was just water. I was really confused by my GPS.
Right, it's one of those things that as soon as your GPS takes you out and you're like, no, I'm sure we're fucking lost. You find the venue.
Yeah, you're like, I'm going to drive into the bay. Oh, hey, look, there's a show. Cool.
All right, well, maybe they'll let me play. Oh, it's the right place. Oh, shit.
And you never know who's going to come into Toots Tavern either. Like, Rob Flynn from Machine Head kind of frequents that place.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, anytime -6 is playing, Rob Flynn's in the house.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So that's always fun. Like, Rob Flynn shows up. I don't know. There a bunch of people. But, like, it's the Bay Area. You never know who's going to show up. But, like, cool-ass venue. It's still standing amongst COVID, so good shit.
So what was your conversation there?
Yeah, so thank you, as you got me off track, Mr. Lunchbox. Thanks for that. So, you know, I recall the very first time seeing you guys at Toots, and I was having a conversation with you. I was like, hey, man, so you guys sound great, you look great, but there's something off about you guys. And I was like, what's up with that bass player? So you have a band, and this kind of comes into what I was saying about, like, you know, getting lucky and finding band members in your small town. So you have a band with, you know, 4 or 5 guys. It was 5 guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're 4 now, but
yeah. So at the time, it was like you got five dudes. 4 of them looked the part. You guys are playing some real cool, clean cut freaking metalcore, you know, in line with like August Burns Red and like Parkway Drive and, you know, stuff like that. And all of a sudden the bass player's over there and he looks like he belongs at like a sit-in in Berkeley in Telegraph. He's got like Jimi Hendrix like clothes. Like he looks like Bob Marley. You know, chubby white guy with what do they call those t-shirt, tie-dye t-shirt, and like, you know, like
Bob Marley was not a chubby white guy, Brandon. Just curious if you were aware of that.
No, just like the stoner marijuana clothing and just you know kind of beatnik. He looked like a beatnik. And then you have like 4 other dudes who clearly look the part for the sound of the band. And over in the corner you got kind of the chubby guy who looks like he just wants to smoke you out afterwards, which isn't a bad thing. But I was like, there's something off about this visually. And I didn't know. So hey, what's up with that guy lately? What's he doing?
So he's I'm in another band with him right now. He's singing for Strychnine these days, and I'm playing drums for them. So
no way! I didn't even know you played drums too.
How many fucking bands are you in?
If you count the solo project, we could say 3.5. One of the bands I'm in isn't very active right now.
But they do exist.
Yes, they do exist. They're called As All Else Fails. But we don't have a drummer, so that band's just chilling.
Now is that band, As All Else Fails, is that the band that's been around forever, or is this a new one? Because there was one in like the later 2000s that kind of came up around the Sacramento, NorCal area as well. Is that the same band?
No, I think that's a different band. These guys are all from here in Lake County. They've been around for like 6 years, and then like 10 if you count all the name changes. Oh, but I've been in that band for about 4 or 5 years now.
Okay. Oh man, so out there in Lake County, you stayed busy with the music.
Yeah, I'm kind of a band whore. I can't help it.
You got nothing else going on? Is that drink in the Walmart parking lot?
Yeah, pretty much.
Speaking of which, what is everybody drinking tonight?
I got Barrel House Mango IPA.
Oh, something we've never seen before.
No, you've never seen before because you're a little beer bitch. Like, I asked him in pre-production if that was Barrel House Mango because I love Barrel House.
And he spotted it back there. I was pretty impressed.
I'm a beer guy.
Speaking of beer guy, I'm drinking a raspberry White Claw.
You a classy bitch.
Well, you know
what? Usually this comes,
ain't no laws when you're drinking claws.
Usually this comes way later in the show, but Brandon, there you go. I threw my hat at you.
But honestly, there's a real reason why I'm drinking this, and that's clearly just because I don't have any more beer in my fridge. So this is what I have for the show tonight.
Brandon.
All right, you have reached your maximum capacity of saying Brandon is a bitch tonight.
No, because we agreed last week that publicly for the next 6 months, I get to call anybody that's being a little bitch a little Brandon. You agreed. We had this conversation.
All right. Are you done sucking your own dick?
Not yet.
Okay.
But I am drinking a Kern River Brewing Co. Just outstanding. And I'm going to tell you guys, it's not. Honestly, man, Kern River's one of the better breweries I sell for. And this is garbage compared to most of their beers.
Living up to the name.
Thank you, Leilani, defending me for the hard seltzer. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Hi, Puddles.
Oh, her name's Puddles? What's up, Puddles? Or is that a pet name?
I've known her since I was like 16, so that's what I know her as.
Pebbles?
Yeah.
Badass, man. She's super stoked that you're on here. You know what I mean? Like she floored it and said she's super proud of you, and for anybody to say they're proud of you for being on our show, That's like a moral victory for me, because somebody's proud of somebody for being on our show. Like, what the fuck? I'm not even proud of being on our show. Brandon's disappointed to be interacting with me at least 3 times a week because we have to plan for this shit. So, like, thank you, Leilani. Pebbles, whatever you want me to call you. Thank you. You have made this night worthwhile, because we're sorry Aaron has to do this. But he agreed, and there's no turning back now.
So
I'm here for it. Let's go.
So one of our previous guests, Mr. Nick Souza, he is in a band called Hatriot. And, you know, I'm sure you're familiar with Hatriot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, before they were what they are now, you know, he was in the band with his dad, Mr. Zetro from Exodus. You kind of have a similar thing going on where you're in Strict 9 with your dad?
Yeah. Yep. This is the second band I've been in with my dad.
Like, how is that dynamic? Because obviously I've never had that experience. Like, does it ever get awkward being the kid, like, in a band with, like, I don't know. I don't even know how to formulate that. Like, is that a weird feeling, or is it just, like, a natural thing?
It's pretty natural. My dad's one of my best friends. We've always gotten along really well. We got into music at the same time.
Whoa.
So, yeah, it's just kind of second nature. Every once in a while we butt heads because we're like the same person. But other than that, like it's fucking cool. It's really cool.
So it's awesome that you get to share that bond with your dad. You get to write together. You get to record together. You get to do something that most people don't get to do, and that's actually share a love of similar music with your parents versus most fighting about it.
Yeah, exactly.
So
my parents are both metalheads. It's a trip.
Oh, that's dope.
But was that ever weird when, like, your friends would be like, my parents told me my music makes them think I worship Satan, and you're like, my dad's singing for my band.
I was like, come over. We're like, yeah, have practice with us. It's cool.
My mom, she asked my band at the time, we were called Seventh the Truth, asked us to come play my little brother's graduation party from high school. And I was like, are you sure? Like, we're pretty loud. Like, we're pretty heavy. She's like, yeah, it's fine. So we set up. We got through the first song, and my mom goes, I'm going to go inside and watch from the kitchen. And after about...
Ma, bring earplugs.
Yeah, after about 5 or 6 songs, she goes, that's enough. No more. I'm like, oh, God. Thanks, Mom. So You have a dynamic that is different from many other musicians, and that's really cool to feel. Like, you want to talk about family camaraderie. There you go.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I wouldn't trade my parents for anyone. It's incredible.
So unlike Hatriot, you're not gonna fire your dad?
No, definitely not. I would say Strychnine is his band for sure. He plays guitar, writes the bulk of the music. I just show up and hit shit.
Nothing wrong with that. That's what me and Brandon do.
Yep.
And as a drummer, like, what kind of drum set do you play? Because we're like drummer porn aficionados here, so we love our drum sets.
All right. So let me preface this by saying I'm a terrible drummer, or aggressively mediocre. But I do have a Pearl export kit.
Okay.
And it's got
Nothing wrong with that.
abnormal tom sizes, so they're all like 2 inches smaller than normal. So the floor tom's the same size as the snare drum.
Wait. So what are you rocking? Like 8, 10, 12 or what?
I think it's 10, 12, 14 instead of. Yeah, they're weird, but they sound killer.
Oh yeah,
And
dude,
then,
those Pearl exports are great kits.
And then it's Frankenstein together with a rack system that belongs to Scott, who is Phaneron's drummer, and we just share.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of drums, I don't know if you know, have you ever seen the drummer of Cursed snare drum?
I have not.
I don't know what it is or what brand it is, but it's like 18 inches in diameter, and it's like this tall.
The fuck?
It's like a freaking floor tom.
It's like a rather large tom converted into a snare.
Yeah.
It sounds like a marching snare.
Kind of.
Yeah.
It's unique. No. It's unique to say the least.
Hey, have you ever seen Aaron's snare, Brandon?
Yeah, I played on it because my snare broke at the other place the last time we played.
So my drummer has this Love Custom Drums metal snare, right? It weighs 35 fucking pounds.
What the fuck?
Carrying the snare is worse than carrying the goddamn kick drum.
Why?
And the worst part, it doesn't even sound that good.
Is that filled with the souls of everyone who's been disappointed?
Yes. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And it feels like it gets heavier every practice. So you know what? Yeah, filled with the souls of everybody who's disappointed in his snare sound.
Oh my god. So, is there an instrument you do not play? Because obviously being in a solo band...
yeah, actually, real quick, Brandon, I'm sorry to steal this one from you.
Go for it.
But, no, I read your bio on Spotify.
Okay.
And so you started as a junior high flautist?
Yes, sir.
Oh, please, elaborate. So, you go from the flute, and then you play bass guitar for a punk rock band.
Yeah.
Please,
short answer.
Just go ahead and give us the story, man. Like, I don't even want to lead you because I don't want to miss anything.
Okay. So, this is fun. 6th grade, Oak Hill Middle School here in Clear Lake. I decided to join high school or middle school band. I just thought music was cool. My mom played flute when she was a kid, and I was like, all right, let's do what mom did, because, I can't say I'm a mama's boy, because, I'm spoiled by both my parents, so whatever you want to call that. But I wanted to be like my parents, so I picked up flute, did that for a couple years, and then a bunch of my friends were starting a punk band. I think this was 8th grade. One of which, subtle name drop, Aaron Pauly from Of Mice and Men, still one of my best friends. We used to practice in his garage. Anyway,
That's slick.
They were like, so you know the old joke, like the bass player is your untalented guitarist friend?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was kind of the same thinking. They were like, Aaron can play flute. Let's put a bass in his hand and see what happens. And that was summer after 7th grade. I ended up being kind of good at it. So I worked for my dad that whole summer, saved up, bought a starter bass guitar. And that was when my dad got into music. He saw how cheap the bass was and was like, oh shit, I'm going to learn to play guitar. So I played bass with them for like a year. And then Aaron moved back to Vacaville about halfway through 8th grade. So that band broke up. I started playing with some other guys here in town. And then, that was pretty much it. And then my dad, I started playing around on his guitar, and he noticed, so he just brought me a guitar home one day after work, and I've been playing guitar ever since. That was 9th grade.
Man.
And how old are you now?
32.
Okay.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Bro.
And fuck you! Aging all beautifully and shit. And then me and Brandon look like this.
Dude, Lunchbox and I are 36, and you seriously look like you're 25 years old.
Well, thank you.
Look at you having all your hair and shit. Look at this. Look at this.
Good genes. My dad's beat cancer twice, and he's still got a full head of hair, so I think I'm safe.
Whoa! Congratulations to Dad, man.
He's a badass, man, for real. Heavy metal guitar player, 2-time cancer survivor. Could probably still kick my ass,
And I was going to compliment you on your beard, but I think your father beats it.
So, okay, so, you said you knew a member of the band Of Mice and Men, which is another really popular metalcore band that's out there. Like, so you grew up with him? Like, tell us the story with that.
Aaron Pauly. He went to school here. He was in Clear Lake from 6th to 8th grade. We met in 6th grade, and everyone just thought it was funny. Aaron and Aaron have them hang out, and we clicked. We've been best friends ever since.
So how does he transition from Lake County to Of Mice and Men? And how can,
I like how you put that.
And how come you didn't go with him?
He deserves it, man. That is what it is. He's just such a down-to-earth, chill guy. So, and he's way more talented than I could ever hope to be. Aaron, if you're watching this, I love you and you're a jackass.
And Aaron, if you're watching this, thank you. Please comment so we can have you do a show. Like, what the fuck? That'd be awesome.
Hell yeah. Bring him on.
Yeah, he moved from Lake County to Vacaville with his parents, did high school in Vacaville, was big in the hardcore scene there. And then he got hooked up with Jamie's Elsewhere, the Sacramento post-hardcore band.
I tried out for them back in the day.
Oh, really? A lot of people tried out for them. And from there he got offered a shot to do Warped Tour one summer with Of Mice. Just as like a test run, they needed a fill-in member. He actually texted me about it. He was like, "Hey, I don't know if I should do this," and I was like, "Bro, it's Of Mice and Men. Fucking go for it." And well, you guys know where he is now.
Hell yeah! I've seen them play Warped Tour a couple times now, so they're a badass band. They pop up on my metalcore playlist every now and then on Spotify. So, good fucking band. So, good for him. But I know there's something that he doesn't have that you have, and that is a fantastic beard.
Thank you, sir.
Now,
it had to come back to the beard.
It had.
I worked real hard on this.
So, I have to ask, as a man who kind of has a beard, like, how long did it take for you to grow that length, and what measures do you take to actually take care of it? Like, I need to know. this.
Okay. We're getting into like my next favorite topic after music, so this is cool. This is probably about a year of growth. I've had it for 5 or 6 years now, but I trim it regularly, and this is about the length it'll be at if I don't touch it for a year.
Do you use anything special to trim it?
No, just regular clippers.
Okay.
I've got a beard trimmer, a $20 Phillips from Walmart, because there's nowhere else to shop around here. And then as far as taking care of it, it sounds gross, but I only shampoo it like once a week, and I condition it every other shower. Every other day, I just wash it with hot water and blow dry it. And then beard oil every day.
I got my first beard oil from Dollar Shave Club, and it's amazing. Like,
yes,
I don't use it all the time just because like I always have to wear a mask now, so I'm just like, fuck it. Like, I'm not gonna oil my beard, but like whenever I put it on, it smells great, it feels great, and it just becomes real soft. Yeah, and I'm sorry for the viewers out there who are like, oh, come on, man, you guys are talking about beard shit.
Hey, we might have people with beards. Like, there might be some beard enthusiasts in the group chat. Mike Vanek thinks he can grow a beard sometimes. Like, Joe would grow a beard if she could.
You know who Mike Vanek, I saw Mike Vanek's beard, and by the way, Mike Vanek is a 209 area code promoter who went to Virginia, friend of ours who's always on the show.
He's our media guy.
Okay.
Guy. And he, I've seen his beard. You know what his beard looks like? He looks like Fred Durst's beard. He's got gray Fred Durst beard going on.
And
so you just want to break stuff?
We've just got a resignation from our media guy. We're looking for a new one because Brandon done pissed him off.
Hit up Leilani down in the comments. She just started helping me out as my marketing manager. So,
hey girl, what's up?
Hey Pebbles.
Hey, she knows what she's doing.
We ain't got no money, but I could read bedtime stories to you in the voice of the Macho Man.
Wait, we have money now thanks to Joanne, so thank you very much.
Hey, we got $20, and I can read you stories in the voice of the Macho Man.
Can you read me a story in the voice of the Macho Man? Because I think I need to hear that.
Oh yeah, brother. Let me tell you. Good night, moon, and good night, room, and good night, moon. Jumping over the room. And then the elbow comes from the top rope in the kingdom of the madness. Put you to sleep and go to sleep. Oh, yeah. And then you wake up in the morning and you have a cup of coffee. Oh,
It's intense having that right in my ear. That's very invasive.
Did it give you at least a half a chubby?
A little bit.
All right, cool. I'll take it.
So hey man, like what are some of your I gotta get away from the Macho Man. What are some of your influences?
Why
in
do you
music,
want to
man?
leave the madness, Brad? What's wrong? You're not man enough to snap into a Slim Jim.
Tell us a little bit about like what made you want to start. Like, you know, you played flute, it became like bass, but like was there a musical start where you're like, I want to play sounding like this?
Well, here, let me think about that for a second. It's hard to say because, like, I started with like Sum 41 and Blink 182, like, you know, just basic ass pop punk. Which I had a phase like where I got super hipster in my early 20s and hated it, and now I'm like, you know what, that shit's cool. What was wrong with me?
Agreed.
But I think what early high school, like as lame as a lot of people think it is, like Slipknot was like my gateway drug. That was what made me want to start banging my head and break shit. And then after that, it was all the like mid 2000s metalcore bands, which if you listen to anything I write, you can tell. But As I Lay Dying, All That Remains, Kill Switch, those are like still most of what I listen to.
Same. Abso-fucking-lutely, dude.
I still have a hard time finding bands today I like. Oh, and Lamb of God. They're probably my absolute favorite. I actually have a tattoo for them.
All right.
How many times have you seen Lamb of God live?
Not nearly enough. I think I'm at 3 or 4 now.
Well,
I'm only at 1.
I'm at 2. One at Aftershock and one somewhere else.
I saw him with Kill Switch at the Fox.
Oh, that's dope.
Ooh.
Oh, dude, and in my opinion, Kill Switch annihilated them.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, you know it was just Adam D's short shorts.
Adam D's short shorts did play a pretty big role, dude.
Did he wear the cape?
Yes.
Perfect.
I mean, the Fox. I mean, it was my first time going to the Fox. Have you attended a show there, Aaron?
I have not.
Brandon?
Yeah, I was there for Machine Head.
We didn't go to the Fox. Was it at the Fox?
That was at the Fox.
Sorry, we drank a lot.
We did drink a lot. we saw Machine Head for my birthday. Thank you very much.
That was the last big show we attended before COVID.
Ooh. The last show I saw before COVID was Dragged Under at the Boardwalk.
Ooh, nice. Some fucking, if I'm not mistaken, East Coast hardcore, right?
No, they're from Seattle.
Oh, I didn't know they were from Seattle. Okay.
Yeah.
I know they're hardcore, though.
Yeah, they sound like Beartooth and Sum 41 had a bastard love child.
Oh,
But
nice.
at the Boardwalk.
Yeah, it was sick.
The Boardwalk's a phenomenal venue, dude.
I love that place. It's about 2 hours from here. I went there on a Thursday night, had to drag my ass out of bed at 5:30 in the morning to go to work the next day. Completely worth it. Yeah. Dragged my non-metalhead girlfriend to it. She had a good time even.
Oh, you got a non-metalhead girlfriend too?
Yeah.
Hey, me too.
I got a non-metalhead wife.
She's crazy supportive though, so yeah, mad props to her.
Same. Hey, we're a tripod right here, man. Like, you know, I ended up bagging my lady because I took her to an Every Time I Die show, and she was like, I had fun. I was like, oh my god, I love you.
Yeah, because nobody has fun at Every Time I Die.
Oh, shut up. One of the best live bands ever.
Oh my god.
Partycore.
Yeah.
Brandon's got to get on his knees and suck off Every Time I Die.
They're only my favorite band.
It's cool, dude. I'm a juggalo.
Speaking of that, are there a lot of juggalos in Lake County?
A lot, no, but there are a few. I know a handful. We had a really big like goth phase back like about 15 years ago, and there was a lot of crossover with the juggalo crowd. It was weird.
Speaking of juggalos and crossovers, man. So For the most part, like we're a variety show, but we cover a lot of pro wrestling. And talking to you before, you said you didn't know a ton about pro wrestling, but you played a lot of wrestling video games, man. So tell us about your wrestling video game experience.
Mostly it was just a shit ton of No Mercy on the
No
N64.
Mercy!
Yes, sir.
The best.
My cousins were super into wrestling. They did like backyard wrestling and stuff, so they always had whatever new game was out. But we were playing No Mercy like well into like the PS2 era. It was ridiculous.
Like you'd still play. I'd still play No Mercy today.
No Mercy,
Dude,
No Mercy and WrestleMania 2000 are one of the best wrestling video games still.
Dude, if I had an N64 and a copy of No Mercy, I would play it. We should figure out a way to like live stream that. That'd be hella fun.
Okay. Thinking. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, now you get to do Macho Man and it's cool.
Well, speaking of No Mercy, I was thinking about this earlier today after we talked about it. The main thing I remember about that game was being able to make your custom characters and like max out the stats. Like all I remember is taking the weight and cranking it all the way up to where all it said was 3 exclamation points or 3 question marks. And your dude didn't look fat, but they applied like fat physics and nobody could pick you up or body slam you, and it made the game so broken.
Oh yeah. Yes. It just made you kind of look like just a buff fat dude, where you're just kind of like a boxy build.
Yeah. Everyone just looked like Kane and moved like this.
Yeah, and you, like you said, you didn't necessarily look overly fat, but you were a box. You were like a brick in the middle of the ring.
Brick with limbs.
So before we get to our first video of the interview, let's play a little game, shall we?
Oh shit.
So you didn't prepare for this?
This is gonna be a very simple game, okay?
If you listened, you should know this was coming. This is Brandon's thing.
So it's a drinking game, okay? And what we're gonna do is like,
hang on, I need another beer for this.
Go get it. Let's get it ready. All right. So every show we do some sort of a drinking game with our guest, and in this game it's very simple. I'm gonna give you the name of a wrestler or not, and you have to guess to see if it is a wrestler.
I like how he just downs his beer.
Oh, God.
Like he gets halfway through his beer to start because he's like, you know what? I'm just going to... All right, this is serious business. I need to drink. We need to hang out more. like this sounds like my kind of people.
All right. I'm down. When COVID's over, we'll just have to plan a trip. I'll drive out.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Well, we have a 100th episode coming up that... only guests are invited to, but more on that later, which
all right.
means you got an invite automatically.
Oh. Fuck yeah.
All right, and I have to say this up front, Mr. Mike Vanek, keep your answers to yourself because we all know you know the answers. So keep them out of that chat box.
I don't have the chat open, so I can't see it.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So
I'm safe.
Shut the fuck up, Mike Vanek.
So I'm going to give you a name, and you have to tell me if they are a wrestler or not. And if you get it wrong, you got to drink. But if you get it right, we have to drink.
Okay, so let me just apologize to your watchers in advance. The last time I watched pro wrestling was probably 2004. So
That's
my
okay.
only awareness at this point is through memes. So don't yell at me. I'm sorry, but you get to watch me drink a lot probably.
All right, name number 1, Cactus Jack.
I'm gonna say that's a wrestler.
Bing, 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 bing. That is a wrestler.
All right.
The greatest wrestler of all time, in my opinion.
Hell yeah, Mick Foley is a badass.
The best.
Okay.
All right, the next name is Claptrap.
And I hope that's not a wrestler. So I'm gonna say that sounds like a punk band to me. So I'm gonna say not a wrestler.
Most definitely not a wrestler. Ding, ding, ding.
Oh shit.
It is a character from the video game Borderlands.
All
right.
I'm getting lucky.
All right, next name. Mortis.
That sounds like a character from a fantasy game, but I'm gonna say wrestler.
Ding, ding, ding. Wrestler it is, man. 3 for 3.
See, I thought about playing the whole trick we talked about earlier, where, let me ask you, Aaron, what style of music does the non-wrestler Mortis play?
Ooh. I know Ex Mortis.
No, and they are badasses.
Yeah. It sounds like a power metal band.
Nope, little Goblin Goth band.
Okay. That sounds like something I gotta check out after
Dude,
we're
he
done
was
here.
dope. That's called the Geno Torturers back in like 2006.
Good shit. Good shit.
Sick.
All right, name number 4. Ricochet.
That sounds like it could be a wrestler. I'm gonna say wrestler.
Bam! 4 for 4. Good job, man. We got to drink. We got to keep drinking.
Mm.
Okay. All right, next name. Frankie the Mouse.
The mouse?
The Mouse.
Like the little creature?
Yeah. Frankie the Mouse.
Sounds like a mobster. I'm gonna say not a wrestler.
Ding, ding, ding again. It is a made-up name and not a wrestler, man.
Brandon, we're going to have a competition between Mr. A.Moortal here and the Randy Savages coming up, because I do believe he has already broken everybody else's record and almost tied them for a clean sweep.
That's right.
Wow.
So you're doing,
It's all luck.
you're doing pretty good, though. All right.
I'll take it.
Name number 6. We got 10 names. Name number 6.
All right.
Let's do a clean sweep here. The name is Mike Awesome.
Sounds just self-indulgent enough. I'm gonna say wrestler.
Oh wow, man!
Mike Awesome. Dude, look up some Mike Awesome.
Does he live up to his name?
Yes.
Dude, he's got a phenomenal mullet and he's a big badass bruiser.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's like 6'5", 270 pounds of just pure muscle, and he flies off the top turnbuckle. Man, he's just a badass.
He's awesome.
Who decided it was okay to have mullets again?
Well, he was big back right when the mullet wasn't cool anywhere else but pro wrestling. Like,
Gotcha.
It's still acceptable to be a wrestler with a mullet, but not a singer with a mullet.
Okay.
He was there.
Got weird in between gap.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
All right. So, name number 7, Austin Carlisle.
That's the old singer of Mice and Men. That's not a wrestler.
I thought I would try to trick you. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. 7 out of 7, man. Good job. All right. Number 8, Shinsuke Nakamura.
I thought this was a wrestling show, not an anime show.
Final answer?
I'm gonna say wrestler. What the hell?
Bam, man. 8 out
One
of
of
8.
the best.
All right. Well, you can't see as I'm just flipping a coin over here off screen when I don't know.
All right. Name number 9, Triple H.
That's definitely a wrestler.
All right. Give you a little easy pan here.
Yeah.
And then number 10, Devin Townsend.
Not a wrestler.
What the fuck, dude?
No.
That isn't even cool.
I would pay money to watch Devin Townsend wrestle. That would be sick.
All right, so that was a bit of my fault. I kind of made a easy peasy sort of list here, but I didn't know what kind of knowledge Aaron had. But ladies and gentlemen, he has just done 10 out of 10 for the wrestler or not list. Give him an applause, everybody in the chat.
He has tied the Randy Savages.
That's right.
So when we get Nikki Savage back on here for trivia, we'll have to come up with another drinking game to put them against each other on.
Oh shit.
All right, so Man, we're gonna cut the celebration short because we gotta show a music video, and
All right.
we're gonna dive right into it, man. You know what? We'll leave the big music video for last. So let's.
All right. I like that idea.
Let's talk about The Wait, shall we?
All right.
Well, tell us a little bit about the lyrics behind The Wait. And it's not about my stomach, so let's.
So interesting story behind that one, actually. For anyone who doesn't know, I actually got divorced about a year ago. I've had real bad anxiety and depression my whole life. And the lyrics for that song came from that place, like the combination of being depressed anyway and going through a divorce, which now was a blessing, but then it felt like the end of the world. And that's what that song is about, just being crushed beneath the weight of your own existence.
Damn, that's as heavy as the song, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break. Stick around, watch this video, and I'm going to pull up The Wait. Oops.
Right after.
Strong.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was The Wait from A.Moortal. A.Moortal, is that how you say that? A.Moortal? Moortal? Like, so let me ask you this. The name A.Moortal looks kind of familiar. You know, like, kind of looks like, you know, part of your name. Like, is that how you is that how you came up with that?
You're still muted, Aaron.
Am I back?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that. I've never done this before. All right.
It's cool. I do it every week.
Anyway, yeah, when I first decided to, do a solo project, I kept going back and forth. Like, do I use my name or do I come up with a band name? And I decided to do both. Like, I wanted to come with a pun. I was floating around a bunch of ideas, like Aaron Morbid, that was taken. Somebody floated the idea Amore, like love in Italian. I thought that was clever, but it felt not metal enough.
Dude, that'd have been sick.
So I started. I went on Google actually, and I just typed in AMOR like in a Scrabble search, and just started reading words that started with that, and I came across the word A.Moortal, which is similar to immortal. It's a being that has always been.
Oh,
and shit. That really stuck out to me, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to throw an extra O in it and throw a dot after the A, so it's kind of like my initials, and see if anyone gets it. And yeah, so far everyone's gotten it, so it's been pretty cool.
Dude, that is much deeper than I originally thought it would have been.
Well, glad to surprise, I guess.
Like, we just thought you were going to be like, it was immortal, A.Moortal, ha, that's cool. No, dude, that's slick. I like it.
Well, thank you.
And by the way, not to interrupt, but we have to get to this. We just have really big news right now. Leilani has donated to Talking Shop with the Boss in the Box $50 to the
Holy
Venmo.
motherfucking shit.
Wow, thank you so much.
Does she want me to call her and read to her in the voice of the Macho Man?
I think you're going to have to, man.
Dude, I will do it. I will drop off this call to do it. Like, whatever she wants.
Thank you so much. We do actually, it's not as simple as just turning on a computer and doing this every single week. It does take money for us to do this. So every donation helps, and everything is awesome. So thank you very much. Joanna, thank you for the donation. Leilani, thank you so much for the donation. This is
Mike Panic, the check's still in the mail, apparently.
Now, he said he's broke.
Yeah, but he sent us $5 6 weeks ago that we still ain't got.
I have a story about that. But that's neither here nor there. Leilani says, damn, maybe I should have done 100. I mean, you still can.
Yeah, you can add 50, dude. Brandon will pull his boobs out live.
I mean, yeah, you'll get a free subscription to my OnlyFans page.
Dude, I'll make an OnlyFans page just for you to subscribe to.
Hey,
it'll be only Hans. It'll be Hans Molman.
And by the way, another shout out to Joanne as well. She did buy a Suburban Paranoia t-shirt this morning. So thank you for supporting music. Ladies, thank you for supporting this awesome podcast. And Mr. Aaron, we're not done with you, but thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, we have to do what we do every single week. Our guests always give a shout out to Miss Jordan Harrison. Mr. Aaron Moore of Phaneron and A.Moortal, can you give a shout out to our friend Jordan Harrison?
Jordan, what is up? Keep rocking, man. Or woman.
It's a woman, yeah.
Okay. Oh, that keep rocking, lady.
Ladies in metal, indeed. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much for the donations and the shirt buying and all the other stuff. We're going to keep this going every single week. Oh, puddles. Yeah, definitely puddles. Pebbles. Lunchbox keeps calling her pedals. Pebbles.
You can't can't even get right what I'm getting wrong.
No, I can't. Claw is the law, man. I can.
That's right.
Law is the law.
Okay, so we're not gonna get away with this right now. So I need to know, what does the Puddles nickname mean?
Honestly, I don't know. She had it when we met, but that name is burnt into my brain. Like, how you have friends that you've known for like basically your whole life, and like when people call them their real name, it's weird.
Yeah.
That's what it's like with her.
Yes, I know what that's like. My name is Lunchbox. I have friends who do not know my real name if they don't have me on social media.
Oh, perfect. So I'm curious. How did you get the nickname Lunchbox?
So one night I was drunkenly hanging out with the band Differential.
Okay.
And they just referred to me as Lunchbox. And it stuck. They kept just referring to me as Lunchbox. More people keep referring to me as Lunchbox. I move away to Sacramento, and when I come home to the 209, people refer to me as Lunchbox. I move home and join another band, and people refer to me as Lunchbox. 18 years later, I've just given up and embraced it. Lunchbox.
Sometimes you just got to lean into it.
That's right.
Well, and then my own band got so lazy that it's not even Lunchbox anymore. It's just Box. So, despite the fact Brandon forgot the apostrophe right there, I'm the Box, but it's abbreviated.
So the apostrophe represents all of the word lunch.
Lunch is the most important meal of the day.
That'll give you. Breakfast is extremely overrated.
See, everybody tells you breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but if you get that sustenance dead center, you can go forever.
So we have an even more important story that's in the chat right now, and that's actually from Leilani, and she says...
Oh, perfect.
She got the nickname Puddles because she fell into a puddle once and it stuck. Well, shit!
That's it? You fell into a puddle and now you're Puddles?
To be honest, I was thinking of some sexual innuendo thing, but, I guess that works too.
Maybe it's because I have a toddler, but I was thinking Summer Camp Island.
Oh, man. Joanna says she calls you Dopey, but that's her own thing.
No, I think that's you.
No.
If we're doing 7 dwarves, Brandon looks more like a Doc to me.
Thank you. I'll take a Doc.
Brandon gets to be Doc?
I will take a Doc.
No, fuck that. I will not take that. I will dispute this. At best, Brandon, you're sleepy.
I do like.
Maybe at most times
like
grumpy.
I could be wrong.
Wait,
I just,
Wait, did you say Porky was a 7 dwarf?
Grumpy.
Oh, I am grumpy. I'm moody as fuck.
See, I'm part of the 7 deadly dwarves. I'm sleazy.
Mike Vanek says he has lots of names. Indeed, he does. Most of them we don't want to say on the air for just in case of getting shut down by YouTube. So
we tell you it's a family show, but that's a fucking lie.
Yeah. So I just got to take a brief step back. 7 Deadly Dwarves. I feel like that needs to be like some kind of power punk band. Maybe made up entirely of people under 5'5". Like, there's something there.
Well, I'm just saying, dude, if you have the 7 deadly sins and you have the 7 dwarves, there has to be a combo of the 2.
It seems perfect.
So, you've got Wheezy, Cheesy, Sleazy, Parcheesy, Beezy, Lunch Beezy, and most importantly, my favorite, Pestilence.
Pestalozzi? No,
No.
that doesn't work.
pestilence.
That's the Italian disease, pestalozzi.
Oh God.
It's the pestalozzi.
I don't know what we're doing anymore. This show's gone completely off the rails, and it's the best thing that's ever happened to us.
All right.
Fuck rails.
All right. So we
Right? Fuck rails. Monorails.
Rails are for pussies.
Dual rails.
we need to get down to business. We gotta do the business. You know what I mean?
Business.
So we are here because Aaron Moore is in some bands. He's in like 47 different bands, but
93 at least.
The ones we want to focus on right now are more specifically A.Moortal, your personal solo project. Now, you did The Wait, kick-ass song, you know, with a real
Thank you.
real sentimental meaning. Now, like, okay, we figured out the name. So, like, let me ask you this question. If you had to make A.Moortal a full physical band, pick 4 members of any band to join your band.
Ooh. Oh man, that's.
And why am I the drummer?
Right. So, no hard feelings, but Adler from Lamb of God.
Yes.
I guess I can be okay with that.
Okay, can I pick? Can I do 5? Can I pick 2 guitarists? Because if I ever perform live, I just want to do vocals.
Do it.
Okay, cool. So, I actually want Nick Legg, who is the other guitar player in Phaneron.
Cool shit.
He's phenomenal, and we just click. Like, we don't fight each other at all on stuff, and he can play anything I throw at him. And he writes shit I can't figure out half the time. All right, so we got guitar and drums. Ooh, now it's getting tough. I'm going to say Adam D on guitar.
I totally get that.
And I don't even know on bass. Like, because metal bassists just kind of show up.
You can just pick some beatnik to play bass, right?
Hey, don't tell my metal bass players show up.
Right, there are a few. There's few and far between, but there are some serious freaking metal bass players out there, and they're impressive. Probably the guy from Bleeding Through who does the spin kicks, just because that looks dope.
he doesn't even have to play. He just does spin kicks.
Yeah, we can literally sample the bass as long as he just shows up and does karate on stage. I'm for it.
Dude, that band would be dope, man. So you got Nick, Adam D, the dude from Bleeding Through, and wait, who's playing drums?
Chris Adler.
Chris
Willie?
Adler.
Chris. Yeah, Chris Adler.
Goddamn. That would be the metalest band ever that can metal.
All right, Brandon, since we're doing this with our guests, I'm going to call you out.
Oh, you want me to
You have to replace every member of Suburban Paranoia.
Ooh.
Can I keep one of them? Because I want to keep one of them.
Well, other than yourself, no.
Ah, man, I really like Paul.
Everybody likes Paul.
Oh, shit. Okay. So, I'm going to cheat on this one. For bass, I'm going to get Scotty from Gershok.
That is cheating. He already played bass in your band.
He did. Actually, he played drums, so it didn't count. So, Scotty from
Anyone from Gershok is a rock solid choice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yes. Yeah, Scotty. Okay, so me, Scotty from Gershok. On guitar, ooh. Shit. This is a hard one. Am I trying to emulate Suburban Paranoia or make it better?
You're burying your own band members, so go ahead.
Shoot for your ultimate form, whatever your final form is, your boss fight version of the band.
Okay, I like that better. Okay, so I'm gonna make Kerry King. Dan.
Yeah.
All right.
Kerry King's gonna be Dan.
You're trading in a 600-year-old band member for a 1,200-year-old band member.
And one who could play even faster.
Okay.
Are you gonna name your first album with this lineup? No hair metal.
Oh my God.
Scotty's got hair.
Scotty has lots of hair. Lots of beautiful
bummer.
straggly hair.
He's fired then, man. He's fired. You can't do it.
Let's see. Okay, so Scotty, Kerry King. Oh shit, this is so hard. One of the guitar players from Lamb of God. I don't know their names, but any one of them would do.
Go with Mark. He writes the weird shit.
All right, I'll go with Mark. And then let's see. You know what? I'm gonna step off drums and I'm just gonna do vocals, and I'm gonna have the drummer from Chimera be the drummer.
Ooh, that's a throwback.
So that oh, I need a bass player, huh?
Right, because you can't keep Paul.
Damn it. Oh no, Scotty plays bass. Okay, so I got a guitar player, one guitar player. Shit, man. I'm gonna steal one of the other guitar players from Iron Maiden.
Okay.
And
Did name either one of them?
off the top of my head, no. I'm terrible at names. I can't name anybody. Oh no! I'll take Jordan Buckley from Every Time I Die. He'll be a guitar player.
Is that the Blade?
No, it's the other guy.
If I wasn't already in like 1,400 bands, I was almost a touring guitarist for you once, if I remember right.
Yeah, almost. It came like this close, and then like something happened. Whatever, I don't know. But that would have been really cool.
Would have been a blast.
What about you, Lunchbox? What is your weird band? So you got to replace the Losers, and you're the only member left.
Okay. Do I still do exactly what I do?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm standing there being the auxiliary drums and percussion guy. All right. As a drummer, I'm taking Justin Foley from Killswitch Engage.
Yeah.
Honestly, underappreciated, underrated.
Agreed.
Justin Foley's a monster, dude. All right. So for bass player, I'm taking, I don't even know his name, but the guy from Tool. Because he's the only person I know as weird as Dave Bell.
Okay.
For guitar, I'm reaching back and I'm grabbing Angus Young.
Oh, wow.
All right.
If you
Deep
gave
cut.
Angus Young just a little more crunch, he would sound like Ricky.
So you want every one of your songs to sound exactly the same?
Don't they already?
Oh, all right, fair enough.
All right. On vocals.
Oh, it's a hard
Oh. Even though it's a complete 180, I'm taking the great Freddie Mercury.
one.
I'd listen to that band. Very curious.
Yeah.
Listen so hard.
And that's one of the reasons why Nothing But Losers does as well as we do, because people look at us and go, what the fuck? And then they actually listen and we're not bad. So I'm going to keep the same idea, just with more accomplished musicians.
Ooh.
There you go.
And then somehow they let me into the band. It's kind of like the same band I'm in now, except for, I know all these guys.
All right, so let's turn a leg here. And what is the plan for A.Moortal in 2021?
I haven't thought that far ahead yet. I'm terrible at this. Until the world opens back up, I guess just keep writing. I'm trying to release a single like every 2 months or so, and just trying to stay consistent. I've got about 4 ideas I'm sitting on, so I should be able to pull it off. I'm toying around with the idea of doing gigs when things open back up. A few episodes ago, you guys actually answered my question, but I don't want to ask anyone from my other bands to like perform live with me. That feels, I don't know, messed up in a way. Mm-hmm. So it'd be like just me with a laptop screaming at people, and I don't know how that'd go. But yeah, I don't really have a plan other than trying to get TikTok famous.
Do you have a
You got the hand dances down?
No, absolutely not.
Wait, do you have a TikTok?
I do.
Oh, tell the viewers where they can find your TikTok. I didn't know that.
Oh, it's the artist name. It's just A.Moortal. If you search it, get the dot in there, A.MOORTAL, and it'll come right up. I mostly just post stupid crap from my office at work when it's slow.
And he also plays guitar naked with his beautiful beard. Because that's what TikTok's for, right?
Only frets.
Only for... I like that. Oh, well, speaking of A.Moortal in 2021, like, is Phaneron planning on making a comeback to a live scene as well?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We've been practicing our butts off. We're actually working on a new single right now too. I just got the vocal tracks the other day, and I'm waiting on a couple guitar solos from Nick, and I'll be mixing that over the next couple weeks. And yeah, we're tighter now than we've ever been. We've got a rock solid lineup. I'm real excited to get back out there.
And how difficult is it playing gigs? Like, there's some pretty cool venues out in your area, but there's not much to choose from, if I'm not mistaken. Like, you guys are more...
Are you guys more open due to being more rural?
What do you mean?
Like, for the pandemic?
Yeah, I go to a lot of stores to sell beer, and they don't give a flying fuck about masks. Like, how about up there?
It's 50-50. Clear Lake County in general, it's a weird place. We've got it's like the only place you'll ever see hippie cowboys. So we've got a pretty even distribution of like mask deniers and mask wearers. So it's a trip. There's some businesses that won't kick you out for not wearing it. There's a lot of places that are super strict about it. But we hit phase 2, I think, earlier than most of the Bay Area. Like, our barbershops and stuff have been open for 2 or 3 months, but we're probably going to get hit hard with lockdown again this month or next month.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we weren't able to have band practice for like 2 months because it was too many people or whatever. But
well, shit, man. Like, so this is kind of why you're kind of doing like a solo project, right? Like, are you trying to just appease yourself, or like, do you have a lot of ideas that you can't use in the other bands, or like, what was your plan with A.Moortal?
All of the above, really. It started being bored. I didn't have band practice twice a week with Phaneron and Strychnine, so I was, just writing songs. And then Phaneron's been through so many lineup changes that, like, we're still working on getting guys in the band, like, learning material we wrote 2 years ago.
Yeah. Just
to get caught up. A lot of it we've decided to actually table and just start writing new stuff. But, in that time, I had written probably 15 songs initially for the band. Like, The Wait, I had originally written with Phaneron in mind. And I was in such a weird place when I wrote it. I just had to finish it and get it out there. And that was kind of the birth of this whole thing. Mm-hmm. So it started as, like, just a thing for me. And then when I figured out how fast I could work on my own, I figured, why not just go for it? Like, I love my bands, but I'm kind of a control freak. So it's really cool just doing everything myself, top to bottom, and seeing if it catches on. And so far, people seem to be liking it.
Are you planning on doing live shows in that format?
I think eventually I'm going to take a crack at it. I'm not sure how it's going to go, because it's going to be like me and a laptop and a microphone, almost like a rapper DJ setup. And I know the metal crowd usually isn't into stuff like that. But it's worth a shot. Worst thing that happens is I get laughed off the stage, my pride's a little bruised, and I go find some band members.
Hey, man, I've played a lot of festivals that had a lot of one-man death metal bands, and those were always terrible. And but I will say this, and they were terrible because it all just sounds like noise. Like, most of the time, the PA systems don't. There's that. You can't hear the drums most of the time. The guitar is, they're playing death metal guitar, so all you hear is so like it's not good. But a style that you're playing can be very thematic. You can make a visual show out of it. And kind of what I mentioned on your question a few weeks ago, or a few shows ago, is if you choose to do that, invest in yourself. Like,
whoa, was that you?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Did you listen to my response?
I did. That was actually the last episode I listened to.
But was that why?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Brandon had commented back saying you guys might use that question, but like I checked out the show a couple times before, and he's Brandon said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna use your comment." I was like, "Okay, I definitely have to listen to this one."
Well, and I know I was a real dick about it. Like, is that why you stopped listening to us?
No, I just haven't had a chance. I saw you guys are on Spotify now though, so I have you saved. I got to go back and catch up.
Yeah.
Episode 23 and 42.
Okay.
Okay.
Will do.
But I mean, just to kind of continue my thought is if you choose to go down that route, being a one-man band, like definitely invest in yourself. Bring lights, create a theme with it. That way you're not you're just not some dude, rocking out to a drum machine, which you will, but if you create a facade on stage, people
then
won't...
you don't look like you're just a dude rocking out to a drum machine.
Yeah.
No,
that's go ahead.
Well, no, I remember like when you asked like how do I approach being a one-man band, and my response was don't.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I respect the creativity, and I respect the fact that you're willing to piece it out and go bit by bit and write every piece of it. Don't get me wrong, that's a commitment I don't have. Also a talent I don't have. But in the live venue, it, like Brandon's saying, without everything, lights, music, sound, all of it, it's a real tough one to go.
Yeah.
And I believe that having other band members to play off of really helps. But you seem to have a plan to counterbalance that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say like the idea of doing that doesn't scare the living fuck out of me. But I don't know. I feel like I gotta go for it. I've got an idea. What's the worst thing that happens? I fail miserably. Big whoop-de-fuck. Like,
right, been there, done that. I'm in music.
Yeah, for real. I've been in like 10 bands. Like,
it's cool. We do.
You can't hurt me.
Like I said, we do a podcast, and we're used to people hating what we talk about.
So, I'm not sweating it. I figure the world's changing. Maybe it'll go over well. I know a lot of the old school metalheads aren't going to dig it, but maybe I can connect with some young people. And we'll see what happens.
Hey man, I saw Steve Vai at a Tower Records playing to a drum machine, and even though he's Steve Vai, he was surrounded by 100 people in a tiny record store. So if he can do it, so can you.
So can you.
Fuck yeah! Thank you guys.
Hell yeah! So the reason why we're really here today is you just released a brand new actual music video, not a lyric video, a music video. You hooked up with some guy I'm gonna butcher this name, Synonym Media. What is this?
Sentient. It's like sentient. It's like sentient and cinema slammed together.
Which is why I couldn't pronounce it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Mitchell Swanton's the guy behind it. Swanton. I've never actually heard him say his last name. Mitch. Call him Mitch. He's a dope guy. He's killer to work with. 10 out of 10. Recommend. It would not have come out good without him. Like, he was really coaching me and really like helping me come out, not be shy alone in a room.
So much like we talked about the weight, like what was Life Deferred about? Because in the video, there's a lot of cool lighting things that I really enjoyed. There's like chains and ropes and other things. Like what is the theme behind that?
It's basically about the world today. Just the chaos that's going on. It started, the lyrics started, I was just free associating on paper, thinking about like the George Floyd murders when that was going on, and that kind of stemmed out, and there's some COVID references in there. Gets a little political if you're into that. But yeah, it's just about 2020, really. And then I ended up like literally ranting on paper for like a page and a half, and I was like, this is cool. I wonder if I can scream it, and it fit the music. So I just wrote a chorus and ran with it, and it's my favorite song I think I've ever done.
And it came out really cool. Like when I was watching the video, I was thinking back to what we were just talking about. I was like, well, if he ever did like a one-man live thing, like this would be a cool visual for him to follow. Like, except he's playing guitar too, but that would be.
So like... if I do a one-man band, I'm actually just going to do vocals live.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, just so you know, if you need to borrow a drummer, I know a guy. That is an idea I've been toying around with, is just having like random musicians, not like a full band, but like if I do a show, like say I'm going to be in your town, be like, hey, here's these tracks, learn them to a metronome, come on out, play drums with me for my set, have random guitarists join me, sometimes have a full band, sometimes not, just grab whoever's around and is down to jam.
Hell yeah.
Like I said, I know a guy.
Yeah, all right.
I also know a guy who plays multiple instruments.
I know at least one who's on this podcast, maybe a couple out there listening, Scotty.
We got most of a band right here.
Hell yeah.
Right?
So, yeah, the video is really cool. You just released it this past week. It looks like it's getting pretty good traction from what I could see. So, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, let's take a look at A.Moortal, Life Deferred. You guys ready for this shit?
I don't think you are.
Nobody's ready. But it doesn't matter. It's coming.
All right, let's see. And that song was directed by Mitchell Swanton Bomb.
Swanton Bomb.
Dude, that shit was cool. Like I said, I really loved the lighting.
Thank you.
And that one riff is really fucking good. Like,
but before you started speaking Guitar Player too hard, I really dig the whole thing. And what I really dug the most was the fact that you tried to disguise the guitar player as not you.
Oh, you froze on me. One more time?
You tried to make it a point to not act like the guitar player was you.
Oh, so that was Mitch's idea, the mask, and then I took it a step further with the outfit change. He actually made that mask. Got it right here. Let me keep it.
Badass.
it kind of looks like, hold it up to the camera. It kind of looks like Jim Carrey's The Mask.
Back it up a little bit.
Here we go.
There we go.
There we go. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the black, spray-painted black version of Jim Carrey's Loki mask from The Mask.
Yeah, just without the wood divots.
Yeah.
So in person, it looks a lot creepier. It's like cloth kind of loosely glued on here. So it's all like, I don't know. It's fucking creepy. It was cool that he did that for me. I was super stoked.
Well, shit, man. Like, congrats. Oh, go ahead.
I would say, and we left the bottom open, for my glorious beard, as you called it.
Yes, I did notice the beard.
So, like, congratulations on the video.
Thank you.
Are we assuming there's more in the future?
Yeah, we are talking concepts for the next video right now, for a song called Hell. It probably won't release till January. It was originally going to be December, but I didn't want to compete with Christmas. Mm-hmm. That video is going to be fun and challenging. We're going to go in a more narrative direction. My girlfriend may have a part in it as like a demon witch kind of thing. We've got some ideas. It should be pretty sick. And the song itself is just shy of 8 minutes long, which is ridiculous.
Wonderful.
But it just happened that way.
I love me some long songs, man. So, all right, as we wind down a little bit here, what are your musical goals for the end of 2021?
Just for people to hear what I'm doing. However I have to do that, to get the word out. Like, I really enjoy making the music. I think it's good, not to toot my own horn, but I think it's worth checking out. So I just, hope other people take the time to check it out, and I hope they like what I'm doing.
Hell yeah. So, speaking of telling people, tell the people where they can find you right now.
Clear Lake. No, kidding. Do not come here.
Don't swim in the lake.
If you want meth and tetanus from swimming in the lake, go to Clear Lake.
Yep. We got meth and metal. It's a weird combo. I'm on all the socials. I got real lucky with my artist name, and I own the front page of Google. If you just Google A.Moortal. Pro tip, if it does the "Did you mean" thing, click down below where it shows what you actually typed. You'll get my Facebook, my Instagram, hopefully my TikTok. I'm on YouTube under my name, Aaron Moore. Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, all of it. I'm every fucking where. So.
Hell yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, Aaron Moore, for joining us on Talking Shop with the Boss in the Box, episode 85. Go check out The Wait. Go check out Life Deferred. Go check out Phaneron. Go check out Strychnine. Go check out his beard. Go check out everything else. And a big thank you to Joanne, to Leilani, to everybody for all the donations, for everybody who is watching today. Tune in next week. We might have some fun stuff for you. But Lunchbox, where can they find you?
You can find me at the Almighty Lunchbox on Instagram. You can find my band Nothing But Losers on Facebook, Nothing But Losers on Instagram, and Nothing But Loser, that is no S, on Twitter. But most importantly, you can find this show at Talkin' Shop with the Boss in the Box on Facebook. Don't forget to join the Talkin' Shop with the Boss in the Box Facebook discussion group where we shitpost wrestling, comic books, horror movies, and other bullshit all day, every day. You can find us on Talking Shop with the Boss in the Box on Instagram, and you can find us at Talking_Shop on Twitter. Brandon, what about you?
Man, I am the boss, and you can find me on Instagram at The Real Brandon Blacker, where I post family shit, music shit, and all other shit. I shit post all day long. You can find my band Suburban Paranoia on all social media platforms under Suburban Paranoia. And like you guys did earlier, go Venmo us some donations so we can pay for this podcast under Boss and the Box. Ladies and gentlemen, go check out Aaron Moore. Go check out Phaneron. Go check out A.Moortal. And most importantly,
keep donating and I'll read you Macho Man bedtime stories.
That's right.
Dude, that's worth
important.
it. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to plug. I do have a TeePublic store if anyone's interested in shirts or other merch.
Absolutely, and I think our boy Mike Vanek has one of those as well. Last week he was on Pro Wrestling Tees. I think he's on TeePublic on this week. MikeVanekSucks.com.
Oh, and I do have a website, A.Moortal.webnode.com.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, he said it first. He is Aaron Moore. I am the boss. That is Lunchbox. This is episode 85. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We will see you next week at 10:30 on Talking Shop with the Boss and the Box.